A season that began with high expectations has taken an unexpected turn. A critical injury, a struggling offense, and a potential change at the most important position on the field have left fans wondering, is this the moment everything shifts? What happens next could define not just the rest of the season, but the future of the franchise. So without further ado, let's get straight to the point. Click the like button and come with me. The Cleveland Browns roller coaster of a season just got another twist. In a week already marked by a massive win over the Green Bay Packers that sent shockwaves through the NFL, the victory came at a steep price. Offensive tackle Dawg Jones is done for the season with a knee injury. The team had just shifted him back to his natural position at right tackle after experimenting with him on the left side, hoping that the move would stabilize an offensive line already in flux. But just 4 plays into the game, Jones went down, and just like that, one of the team's most promising young linemen was lost for a 3rd straight season. Cleveland placed him on injured reserve the following Wednesday, officially ending his 2025 campaign. The Browns didn't waste time filling the void. Enter Thayer Munford, another former Ohio State Buckeye, who was signed off the New England Patriots practice squad. Munford brings plenty of experience, 46 games played in 18 starts with the Raiders since being drafted in the 7th round back in 2022. At 6'5" and 354 pounds, Munford is a massive presence, and his familiarity with the Buckeye State, having played high school ball at Massillon, Washington before starring at Ohio State for 5 years, makes this a homecoming of sorts. Hill wore number 64 in Cleveland, and while he might not be expected to start right away, he becomes a key depth piece in a unit suddenly desperate for stability. And that desperation is well earned. Jack Conklin, who has missed the last 2 games, is expected to return soon, and Cornelius Lucas has shifted to left tackle for now. But Lucas hasn't impressed. He allowed 5 pressures in each of the first 2 games and gave up 9 more when moved to the blind side against Green Bay. That's not going to cut it, especially for an offense already sputtering at every gear. With Conklin's return still not a sure thing and Jones gone, Cleveland is actively exploring additional options at left tackle. ESPN's Jeremy Fowler reported that the front office is considering the trade market, eyeing aging veterans like Rob Havenstein and Braden Smith, players whose teams may be looking to extract value before their contracts expire. Yet, there's a conflict at play here. Do the Browns mortgage future draft capital for a stopgap solution in a season where the odds aren't exactly screaming Super Bowl push? After all, this team isn't structured like a win-now juggernaut. It's filled with promising youth, and the front office seems inclined to develop its talent rather than chase short-term fixes. That said, another few weeks of poor pass protection could derail not just the offense but the growth of key players, especially at quarterback. And speaking of quarterbacks, let's talk about the one taking the snaps. Joe Flacco, back in the saddle at age 40, looked every bit his age through the first 3 games. While the Browns' defense ranks 3rd in the NFL in DVOA, the offense ranks 29th, ahead of only the Panthers, Bengals, and Titans, all teams dealing with major quarterback issues. Flacco's numbers are hard to look at: 77 completions on 126 attempts for 631 yards, 2 touchdowns, 4 interceptions, and a league-worst passer rating of 65.9. His EPA per dropback? A staggering minus 0.35, 2nd worst in the league. The tape confirms what the numbers scream: Flacco is missing throws he used to hit in his sleep. Easy completions aren't getting made. Progression reads aren't getting processed. The arm still has flashes, but the consistency just isn't there. Even Flacco admitted this week that there were opportunities he missed, though he tried to downplay the significance. The problem is, those missed chances aren't just hypotheticals, they're drive killers, momentum breakers, and, potentially, season enders. Which leads us to Dillon Gabriel. The rookie quarterback from Oregon, taken in the 3rd round, was electric in the preseason and has already made a splash in limited regular season snaps. His 8-yard touchdown pass to fellow rookie Dylan Sampson in Week 2 against the Ravens wasn't just a check down, it was a masterclass in touch, thrown perfectly between cornerback TJ Tampa and safety Ruben Lowry. Flacco's been missing those kinds of throws all season. Gabriel has shown he can make them. Head coach Kevin Stefanski and GM Andrew Berry have been high on Gabriel's fit in this offense since draft day. So why wait? This defense is too good to waste on a quarterback who can't move the chains. Rookie growing pains are inevitable, but the Browns need someone who can at least grow. Flacco's ceiling is no longer high enough to justify the floor he's dragging this team down to. It's time to give Gabriel the reins and see what he can do with a full game plan built around his strengths. You drafted him for a reason, now prove why. So what do you think, Browns fans? Is it time to hand the keys to Dillon Gabriel and see what this offense could look like with a little life under center? Because as it stands, this offense is wasting what might be one of the best defensive units Cleveland has fielded in decades. Through 3 games, the Browns' defense has allowed just 11.3 points per game. They're pressuring quarterbacks, stuffing the run, and forcing teams into mistakes. Rookie defensive tackle Mason Graham is leading all first-year players in pressures with 6, and his impact alongside veteran Malik Collins has completely shut down opposing run games. That duo is doing more than just their job, they're elevating the rest of the front 7. Then there's linebacker Carson Schwesinger, who's looking every bit like a young Luke Kuechly. He's racked up 23 tackles and a sack in just 3 games, flying around the field and calling the shots as the team's green dot linebacker. He's showing leadership and instincts that are rare even for seasoned pros, let alone a rookie. Add in running back Quinton Judkins, who already leads all rookies in rushing yards with 155 despite missing Week 1, and tight end Harold Fannin Jr., a top 5 rookie in receptions at his position, and you're looking at a class that's not just producing, but redefining expectations. This rookie class is the future of the Browns. And it begs the question, why not go all in on that future now? Let's not forget the numbers from the offense. Through 3 weeks, the Browns are averaging just 13.3 points per game. The run game, while improving, hasn't been enough to carry the load, especially with the passing attack barely functional. Even the win over the Packers, an impressive 13-10 grinded-out performance, was more about survival than domination. They barely held on, and if the defense hadn't delivered a near-flawless performance, we'd be talking about a 0-3 team. There's also the bigger picture to consider. Flacco is 40. Winston hasn't shown anything to suggest he's a better option. Gabriel is raw, sure, but raw with upside. He's already flashed that potential in limited snaps. And with weapons like Judkins in the backfield and Fannin Jr. in the flats, Stefanski has the tools to design an offense that plays to Gabriel's strengths, quick reads, touch throws, mobility in the pocket. If this coaching staff really believes in their scheme, and all signs say they do, then it's time to let the rookie grow into it. Cleveland isn't in a win-now window, but they are in a build-it-right window. That window starts with seeing what you truly have at quarterback. Because if Gabriel turns out to be the guy, that changes everything, how you approach free agency, the draft, even the trade market. The next few weeks will tell us a lot. The Browns face the Lions next, another tough NFC North opponent. It's a road game against a defense that can force mistakes, and an offense that won't need many chances to put points on the board. Can Flacco hang in that environment? Or is it the perfect stage to unleash Gabriel and see how he handles the pressure? Either way, Browns fans, this feels like a turning point. So subscribe, drop a like, and click the video on your screen for more in-depth analysis of the Browns' evolving quarterback situation. The latest updates, roster moves, and inside info, you'll only find it right here. Go Browns!